Estos son los informes de La Señal. Ciencia y misterios.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Te doy la bienvenida al canal de La Señal Ciencia y Misterios y este es otro breve informativo. Tengo que reconocer que la NASA me sorprendió con su reciente conferencia de prensa al anunciar que encontraron 7 planetas rocosos en un sistema planetario alrededor de una estrella del tipo enana fría, 3 de los cuales podrían tener agua líquida en su superficie. En realidad, los científicos de la NASA reconocen que debido a las condiciones imperantes en cada planeta tampoco se puede descartar que haya otros mundos con agua líquida en superficie, pero sí podemos confirmar que 3 de estos planetas no solamente están dentro de este sector llamado el sector Ricitos de Oro, que es donde podría encontrarse vida, por lo menos como la conocemos nosotros, sino que además son planetas rocosos y del tamaño de la Tierra. Este sistema estelar está a unos 40 años luz de distancia, como para que te des una idea. Viajando a la velocidad de la luz tardaríamos 40 años en llegar, y si nos pusiéramos una meta con un avión a reacción, según los científicos de la NASA, tardaríamos algo así como unos 40 millones de años. Está lejos, pero dentro de los términos cósmicos no tanto. Es importante y al mismo tiempo revelador que en un mismo sistema haya tantos planetas rocosos del tamaño de la Tierra y que además 3 de ellos estén dentro de la zona habitable. Los 3 primeros fueron observados por el telescopio TRAPPIST, que son las siglas en inglés del Telescopio Pequeño para Planetas en Tránsito y Planetesimales, en Chile en el año 2016, pero no fue sino hasta hace muy poco que la NASA terminó de encontrar los 7 planetas. Lo que vamos a ver ahora son algunos de los cortes de la conferencia de prensa de la presentación de esta noticia.
Good afternoon. I'm Felicia Chow from the Office of Communications, and we're live here at NASA headquarters. We've got some exciting news on worlds outside of our solar system today. First, we'll have brief presentations from all of our panelists, and then we're going to answer questions from those in the studio, on the phone, and on social media.
I've been Associate Administrator for the Science Mission Directorate for close to 5 months, and I've just been in awe, and I'm in awe today about both the depth and the breadth of the science that we do here. We're changing people's lives every day, and we enlarge in the space we know. We stretch our imagination, we inspire every day, and today's story is just that. I'm excited to announce today that Dr. Michael Gion and his team have used our Spitzer Space Telescope to determine that there are actually 7 Earth-sized planets orbiting the nearby TRAPPIST-1 star about 40 light years away. What's more, as you can see in this illustration, is that 3 of these planets, marked in green, are in the habitable zone where liquid water can pool on the surface. In fact, with the right atmospheric conditions, there could be water on any of these planets. So for the first time, we found as many terrestrial planets around a single star. And that's the first time we have been able to measure, in addition to that, both the masses and the radii of these habitable zone type Earth-sized planets. These planets are among the best of all the planets we know to follow up, to see, for example, with the James Webb Space Telescope that we're going to launch last year, the atmospheres, and also to look at biosignatures if there are any. The discovery gives us a hint that finding a second Earth is not just a matter of if, but when. Scientists believe, actually, that around every star there could be 1 planet. Take 3, take 5, take 7. And you can just imagine how many worlds are out there that have a shot to becoming a habitable ecosystem that we could explore. And what we really have in this story is a major step forward towards answering one of these very questions that are at the heart of so many of our philosophers, of what we're thinking about when we're by ourselves, and that basically is, are we alone out there?
Atmospheres of these planets.
Yeah, so the atmospheres of planets tell us a great deal about the formation and evolution of planets, and also about all of the physical processes that are occurring on the planet's surface and in the air, especially those that might make the planet habitable or actually indicative of hosting life. We can use space-based telescopes today to study the atmospheres of planets using a technique called transmission spectroscopy, which detects the fingerprints of different chemical species in a planet's air, such as water or methane, ozone or oxygen. We're currently using the Hubble Space Telescope to study the planets in the TRAPPIST-1 system to determine if they have hydrogen-helium-dominated atmospheres. It's actually great to find out if they don't. That gives us another push forward in having these planets be, in fact, rocky, and also the potential of those planets to support water on their surfaces.
So what do we know about the 3 worlds in the habitable zone?
Sure, so I'll use eyes on exoplanets here to give you a brief tour of the habitable zone of the TRAPPIST-1 system. So if we zoom out to the system away from the host star, you'll see all 7 planets, with the habitable zone indicated here in this blue region. The innermost planet in the habitable zone is TRAPPIST-1e. So in this illustration, you'll see an artist's rendition of TRAPPIST-1e, which is a really interesting planet for a number of reasons. It's very close in size to Earth, as you can see here. It also receives about the same amount of light as Earth does in our own solar system. This means that in TRAPPIST-1e, you could have temperatures that are very, very similar to the ones that we have here on Earth. The next planet out is TRAPPIST-1f. Now, this is a potentially water-rich world that is, again, about the same size as Earth. You can see here in comparison. Now, TRAPPIST-1f has about a 9-day orbit, and during that time, it receives about the same amount of sunlight as Mars does in our own solar system. And the final planet in the habitable zone of the TRAPPIST-1 system is TRAPPIST-1g. Now, TRAPPIST-1g is the largest planet in the TRAPPIST-1 system. It's about 13% larger radius than that of Earth, as you can see in this comparison here.
Bien, allí pudiste ver algunos de los detalles técnicos y la presentación de este hallazgo, y nos vamos a ir con esta imagen, que es una imagen de cómo se vería, una representación artística de cómo se vería un atardecer desde uno de estos planetas, y vas a ver en el horizonte allí otros de sus hermanos también celestes, porque están muy cerca. Los veríamos como si fueran lunas y sin embargo serían planetas. Realmente fascinante, al mismo tiempo una imagen muy pero muy bonita, y esto que multiplica la posibilidad al infinito de que existan mundos como la Tierra en toda la galaxia y en nuestro universo. Sí, por todas partes. Lo que también significa que se multiplican al infinito las posibilidades de que exista vida como la conocemos. Siempre me gusta remarcar eso. Mi nombre es Fernando Silva Hildebrand. Esto fue un breve informe acerca de los 7 planetas presentados por la NASA y que ahora abren muchísimas preguntas. Hasta la próxima.
La señal, ciencia y misterios.